Welcome to Union Hall, everybody. Please start clapping for Freya Khan, Zine Launch Show, Das Kapital. Make it loud right now for Freya Khan!
Coming to this. Wow, I was begging you guys on my hands and knees, and you really made it out, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm Faria Khan. I don't know if you knew that, if anyone was unsure about that, but that's who I am. And this is my zine show. Woo! I'd be remiss, of course, not to introduce my titties. I did bring them out tonight. I thought perhaps looking at that could also help you look at my mind. That's what it's like to be a woman in America. Okay? Okay, so, this is, I'm my ancestors' wildest dreams. A bisexual, alternative-style, Brooklyn-based comedian and zine artist. Yeah. It's really cool to just chase your dreams every day. My parents immigrated here from Pakistan, so I could do this zine launch show in a basement and talk about my titties on stage. That's my right. You know what I'm saying? Ice out. Trust me when we say we be needing this. We need that. It's been a shitty few years, hasn't it? I'm sick and tired of this shit. Can I get an alley-oop? This shit sucks, doesn't it? Fascism and whatnot. I don't like it at all. I don't feel that good. Okay? I don't feel that good. Globally and locally, of course. Globally, there's a lot going on. America's done, cooked, dead, you know what I mean? It's on the outs. American, they say empires fall every 250 years. And that's how long it's been for the America. So it's done. It's over. And, hey, girl. Joy is here. Okay, so it's over, and it's time for a new world to grow, but we're still in the decline of the past civilization. It's really a period of liminal transitions, and anyways, I came here to talk about kind of what I've been going through. So what had happened was I had this really shitty job in 2024. Anyone ever had one of those? Extremely, and okay, I was working this job. I got hired to be a comedian who was a part of acting, writing, producing, and goddamn creating an off-Broadway anti-capitalist play. Y'all ever heard of this? That's what happened. It was actually interesting. The ideas seemed to come about during the 2023 strikes, right, that happened in the entertainment industry. Started with IATSE and then SAG and WGA and stuff. And they were striking because the entertainment industry treats people like shit. And so then a rich Hollywood guy was like, well, I guess it's kind of now it's my time to treat some people like shit. And he was like, reached out to his best friend from college and was like, let's do this anti-capitalist play we've been talking about. Now's the time. I think we're gonna do this. They kept it non-union, no problem. I'm not in any kind of stage union. That's not how it is around here, if you know what I'm saying. I was in SAG. Actually had a couple lines in the movie Babes. I don't know if you knew that. I could do my line if you guys want. Okay. No, we don't have any water without flowers in it. Bam. Bam! The way I must use my body to get my ideas across is something that's beyond, me. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so what was I saying again? So there's non-union, right? Turns out it was a really horrible experience for 6 months. where we were absolutely exploited for labor. We got paid a monthly stipend. I can't say we weren't paid because it was a monthly stipend, but we calculated it, how much we were making based on the hours of work they were asking of us, and it was like $10 an hour. We were doing on nights and weekends after our regular jobs. And it was to just be like played with by this Nepo baby director who didn't know what was going on. Anywho, it was kind of like doing this show, it felt like going to Firefest. You know what I mean? We were promised Ja Rule, and instead we got a Nepo baby director asleep at the wheel. They told us we were going to be staying in a luxury resort. Actually, I had to go to Penn Station 3 times a week and see the same guy doing heroin in the stairs. It's dark-sided, but I'm just stating facts, you know? I didn't feel like a good omen. I feel bad for that guy. You know, he's going through a lot, but it felt sad. And the thing is, it's just, oh, God, it's so shitty. It's like, They were like, this is going to change your lives, and they actually just ruined like 6 months of our lives and then drove us all crazy and then dumped us on Pride weekend. So naturally, I made a zine about it. Okay. Y'all see this? It's called Das Kapital, A Tale of Dreams Dashed. Yeah, I was inspired by Marx, one of our heroes. As a community, even. Really cool guy. I wish that the proletariat had any power. I wish that shit worked, man. God damn it. But the thing is, I think it's up to us to dream. And this zine is a way I've tried to dream a bit tonight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read a section of the final monologue I performed in the show right before we got fired. This is like pretty much what I said on the last night of the show. So I'm gonna kind of dive in. Is everyone ready for that? Okay. Thanks. I like really love you guys so much. Thanks for coming. I feel so supported. It's so nice to chase your dreams and have your community support you so that, you know, you feel like you're not in a void. Okay. So here we go. This is my monologue. Kind of tone it down back there. Sorry. Okay. What's it like to be the queer brown woman diversity hire actor in this anti-capitalist, non-union comedy show that was built with the intention of breaking down the very systems we are trapped in? Strong opening. Well, to be honest, it's felt really hard to get heard. This is a very familiar feeling for me, as my therapist would say. I've always kind of felt invisible because I didn't fit in and there never seemed an appropriate time to deal with my emotions. And it seems like the way the universe works is we just keep having experiences that bring up our core wounds, hopefully so we can heal from them. But also things suck before they get better. Look, I shouldn't complain, right? If this was 30 years ago, who knows if I would have even gotten hired. In the 90s, it was still chill to be so white you forgot to hire anyone of color to be a part of your project. Now in 2024, diversity is hot. Get that diversity hire in here, they say. Oh, she's gay too, we want a GLAAD award. So I got the job. That was step one. But there's a real lack of resources to support the diverse voices we have here. I was really excited when I auditioned for this. We were told it was an anti-capitalist sketch show. Our audition was 30 of us in a room upstairs in this very theater, the Tank. Okay. It's in Midtown. That's like its biggest flaw. The prompt was we could show up and rant for a few minutes on anything that's really pissing us off in the world right now. I love that. Okay, pause. I'm going to pause real quick. Hold on. Okay. Even for the anti-capitalist show, we were trapped by the systems of capitalism and money and the limitations of it all. We haven't had resources to help us get our voices heard. We were mostly disorganized, doing improv for many months in our rehearsals. We don't have a writer's room, we just have a dream and a really messy process to get there. But without proper resources, it's hard to get our voices in the show. The monologues are the only time most of us have even gotten our writing in the show, even though we were hired as writers and actors. Yeah. Our writing gets cut. There's no time for conversations. We're expected to be grateful for the opportunity. Meanwhile, we're getting paid a stipend, and we all have work the next day. Even in the anti-capitalist sketch show, we are stuck in the very system we aim to satirize. But mostly, I feel like I'm screaming into a void. Does anything matter? Does how I feel matter? Or am I just another annoying woman with too many emotions that can't properly repress under the patriarchal system that hates my guts? Thanks. Did we do what we intended to do with this show? Did we fuck shit up? Did we achieve anything that could make an impact? The whole angle has been satirizing the brunch liberal. Is that doing anything? Or are we just another echo of another liberal political comedy show trying to find a way through satire to make sense of the utterly chaotic state of the world we're trapped in? Did we do this right, or should we just leave it to Jon Stewart? Shout out, he's cool. I like him. Poppy, you know. I'd smash, honestly. I'd take a job too if that was available. I had such a clear vision for what the show could be. The inner lives of those of us living through this bullshit, weaving in and out of Marxist theory and actual socialist praxis. What if we built the entire show to be a movement to get a socialist hired for president? How dope would that be? All of this was happening leading up to the election of 2025. They were like, we're going to change the world. So crazy. Okay. Well, that's not realistic. A third-party candidate is never going to win. A vote for a socialist is a vote for Trump or whatever the fuck the rhetoric is. I'm tired. I'm over it. I'm sad. I'm defeated. No one has the time or patience to deal with my emotions or my lived experience. I don't fit in here or anywhere. I've always felt this way. I came of age during 9/11. I got my period the same year 9/11 happened. So a lot changed that year. I became a woman, and the country changed forever. I remember what it was like. It's a big deal, y'all remember that? Everything changed, man. I remember what it was like to be brown in America before 9/11 and after. Before, everyone just thought I was Mexican. After, everyone thought I was terrorist. And then a few years later, suddenly everyone knew where Pakistan was. Because they killed Osama bin Laden there. They got Osama. When I was a kid, I didn't even dream of being a comedian because I literally had no context that I could even do that. When I was growing up, I literally never saw a brown woman like me on TV or in the media. And if there was an outspoken, real-ass, bad bitch, queer, brown woman, all the adults around me had something bad to say about her. Like just being herself was threatening to them. Eventually, more and more South Asian women made it. We got Mindy Kaling, shit. She's got Hulu money now. That's crazy. The more we saw brown people in the media, the more my parents could understand kind of what I was doing or aiming for, the more I could kind of feel like there could be a space for me. But even representation is a farce too. Because we're all forced to compete with each other over one precious spot. And diversity is more of a surface level thing than actually creating space for people of different backgrounds to be supported in a system that has never wanted us in it. Kind of heavy. Fuck, dude. Okay, we're almost done. You're like, why'd the show get canceled? I had to say this, you guys. I'm an Aries, and they were really trying to shut me down. Yet again, the individualist competition of the free market system has stepped on each other to get ahead and build wealth and capital, expanding our net worth until we die. The real solution to capitalism would be community. The real heart of socialism is supposed to be for the collective to have power. Most countries that adopted communism actually just did authoritarianism, and the people never got the power they were told. It was a farce. Everything's a scam. It's sad. But socialism and community is hard to organize. People are complicated. It's hard to organize a self-funded, anti-capitalist show that we do on nights and weekends and hope we get somewhere. We're trapped in the capitalist system we seek to escape. Will things ever change? Will I ever feel heard? Will I ever be able to buy a house? Time will tell. If not, fuck it. Let's all go in on a brownstone. Thank you. Record scratch. I don't know how to do that. 1 week after performing this monologue, the show was canceled, and we were all unceremoniously fired. Here's the story of what happened when the anti-capitalist, non-union comedy show gig turned into the most ironic tale of all time. They fired us when we mentioned union. Jesus Christ! Are you kidding me with this shit? Oh my God! Well, that's kind of the beginning, introduction. I hope you guys are sort of settled in. From here on out in the zine, there's the rich Hollywood A-list man is called Hollywood Guy, and I'm not naming him because I'm not trying to get sued. I don't, have the money or the time for that. But, if you buy a zine and you DM me, or if you just come up to me and you're right after this and you're I have the zine, I'll tell you who the guy is. I'll tell you who the guy is. Just not when the lights, camera, action on, Okay, so that was kind of the opening. I brought my magic wand. This is going to come into handy later, but not just yet. I'm just kidding around. I made this wand when I was really sad. I also went through a breakup on top of all this shit. Can you believe it? The L's this guy is taking. I mean, when will it stop? Anyways, it was truly pennies. It felt bad, and that's how angry I was. I just don't know. 6 months of that bullshit will get you to write the monologue. The thing is, I was at that moment in time, I thought it was the only way I could get heard, because we would try to talk to the director, and he's one of those Gen X guys who just is very emotionally stunted and could not take any feedback and would shut down like a little baby. Literally, we would just try to talk to him about it, and he was in a bad mood and he wouldn't talk to us. And that was what we were dealing with. For getting paid pennies to go to Midtown for this shit? Are you kidding me? Yeah, it's covered in piss, dude. It doesn't smell good, and that's where all the bad stuff happens. It was really bad energy for me. I am a witch. Thank you so much. I will say at my little merch table upstairs, which is being run by my amazing cat sitter, Issa. Give it up for Issa. She's my cat sitter, but she's also running the merch tonight. And she's a great cat sitter. If anyone needs one, you should talk to her. I trust her with my life. But I'm also at the zine table. I have little cards, and it says my email on it, and it says my sort of psychic witchy offerings, and that's something I've been trying to launch. So if you guys want to get a reading, you can hit me up from the card. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm gonna do a second reading from the zine, if you can even believe it. Yeah. It's crazy. I read kind of slow, but it's awesome too, right? I'm going to tell you what, I just barely know how to read. The fact that I wrote this is a testament that you can do anything you put your mind to. There's a lot of spelling mistakes and stuff like that. There was no editor. I just made it. I wrote it, I drew all the little comics for it, and then I sent it to Secret Reso in Ridgewood, and they helped me with the formatting because I don't like computers. And they printed it for me too, so that's really cool. Shout out to Secret Reso. Woo! Anyone in here from Ridgewood tonight? Yeah, keep it going, Saiba. Okay. I don't know why I was doing that voice. Okay. All right, so I'm going to read now this other part. This is about a sketch we wrote about Palestine, okay? So it's really going to kind of get into it. Here we go. Eliza, calm down, dude. Okay, our director, producer, and Hollywood guy said, without a question, we'd be able to write about the genocide taking place in Gaza, a topic that was so pertinent at that exact moment since the war escalated after the attacks on October 7, 2023. This felt very radical because in 2024, being outspoken about Palestine felt like it was low-key illegal. Kind of still does. Lest we forget, Susan Sarandon, she got dropped. Can you believe that shit? And she looked good, dude. Her titties are big too. Once again, it's not about that. It's about her talent. But then I said that, everybody kind of tuned in, and I think that's something we all need to think about. Why are you more interested in that? In a way, I'm a mirror, and you guys are looking at yourselves. I wouldn't be doing this if it didn't get laughs, you know? I wouldn't be doing that. Okay. One of our castmates wrote an excellent sketch about this topic. In that sketch, the entire premise was set at the New York Times. A young journalist was arguing that what is currently happening in Palestine is a genocide and should be reported as such. Her editor boss found crazy roundabout ways to reframe it as anything but that. The joke being the way the Western mainstream news outlets protect Israel from looking bad at all costs. Twist! We had to cut the sketch because the PR firm that works with the Hollywood production company said we can't call it a genocide. The literal source of the sketch became a reality. It was like we were trapped in a funhouse mirrors being gaslit by moderate liberals at every turn. If we could get arrested, why is the Hollywood guy limiting his radical takes to direction his PR firm is giving him? Okay. Okay, so I just want to explain some context. I mentioned if we could get arrested, so early in the zine I explained this, but when we, in like the beginning of the process of the show, we got on this Zoom with our director and he was like, yeah, you guys, your takes are going to be so radical, you get arrested. He said that to us like verbatim. And then Sydney was like, arrested? Like, who's going to bail us out? You know what I mean? First off, it's like, there's no mention. No one was like, he was like, yeah, and we'll bail you out. It's no problem. We'll bring the pennies to the bail, you know? And, like, it's just like, what the fuck? You also shouldn't be telling, like, people of color that you hired and you're exploiting that. Like, ACAB, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that's the kind of, this is like the communication we are having with the director, but he can't take any feedback. Anyways, I drew a little comic here, and it's like a PR lady eating Jeff salad at her Hollywood Hills desk, and she's looking at the stocks, and she's on the phone, and she's like, honey, it's cute you're helping out your sad friend. But you can't call Palestine a genocide or your stock will crash. LOL. That was just sort of an artist rendition. I don't really know what the PR lady was like, of course, but that's what I assume. Like, and it's also crazy because like he's paying the PR lady. Like, you could say like fuck you, but you didn't. Okay, so I'm just gonna read some more here. Okay, I'm gonna jump to the part where we tried to unionize. The only writing I got in the show was the monologue, which I included in the beginning of this zine. On the last round of shows, they told us they wanted each actor to break the fourth wall and do a monologue about what it was like to work on the show, as if the show wasn't already a confusing mess of perspectives. It really was so bad. Also, they got to the end of it and they were like, let's just make more war sounds. Like, it was like, I don't know, like that. They were like, no identity politics, no impressions, but lots of war sounds. And everything's written by a white guy. Why don't you guys get it? Like, I'm over here losing my damn mind. And I was so excited at the beginning. That's the thing. Like, I was literally telling my friends, I was like, oh my God, like, I'm anti-capitalist. Can you believe that? Like, I get to, like, do a show about it? It's like, little did I fucking know. God, that guy made a fool out of me. Okay, so, all right, yeah. So they told us to be honest. So I took this as an opportunity to pop off. If everyone else wanted to dance around this guy's ego, being our Nepo Baby director who cannot take any feedback, I'd be the only one, brave Aries, to tell it like it is. I was so disenfranchised and so angry, I felt like I needed to try one last time to improve things, or I needed to quit. At our final rehearsal, we didn't know it was the final one until later. I performed this monologue. Our Nepo Baby director did not show up to that rehearsal. God only knows why. So we practiced the show for our producer. When I said the non-union line, she became visibly upset. I'll just mention that our producer was like, you know, just like this young white girl who was sort of like hired to clean up the other guy's messes. Kind of what happens to women a lot. Even the white ones. So, something to think about. Yep, I got takes. After we finished we sat around in a big group and she gave us notes. When she got to my monologue, she asked me not to mention that the show is non-union because it makes Hollywood guy look bad. It would make him seem like he doesn't support unions when he definitely does. This turned into a larger conversation where the cast lamented about our experience on the show, how awful it's been, how hopeless we all were about it. The producer was frustrated too. She had tears in her eyes she was holding back. There was nothing she could do. We all felt powerless to effect any meaningful change. 2 days after that fated rehearsal, Hollywood guy reached out to us with an email. He said he had heard that we were concerned about the non-union status of the show. He said, in quotes, could not be more amenable to unions. Like, what kind of line is that? What the fuck? What robot told you to say that, sir? He offered to cancel the upcoming shows that weekend to move us to a union theater. Uh-oh, he's scared. Uh-oh, this girl said something and now he's scared. I guess this white guy's shaking in his boots because an Aries said, I'm gonna speak up. That's really what I want y'all to feel tonight. The cast got together to discuss how we should respond. We all agreed that we wanted a better process, better work experience, and better pay for our time. But canceling the shows we were already rehearsing felt unnecessary. We decided we'd hedge our bets and wait until the fall when they had promised we'd move to an off-Broadway theater to negotiate a strong union contract. This was our first and only attempt at unionizing. We weren't sure how to unionize, to be honest, but we were starting to piece together how as a unified front we were stronger together. I asked my girlfriend at the time, I got dumped, as we remember. But it was a different time then. I was in a relationship. I'm not in one now, I'm single. If anyone here is interested in me, I encourage you to shoot your shot. I didn't bring the titties out for nothing. Okay. So she's an experienced labor organizer herself. She read through our contract. She confirmed this really is the shittiest contract of all time. LOL. And that in fact there was a union busting clause in it.
Wow.
It literally said, if Hollywood guy was so amenable to unions, why did he have a clause in this contract saying that we could be punished for organizing? Okay. So now we're here at the end. The final weekend of shows was Pride Weekend at the end of June, if you can even believe that shit. We performed the show, which had gotten so bad, my friend in attendance told me it was unwatchable. And it really was. I think Eliza and Tristan were there that night. It was bad, wasn't it? Do you remember the war sounds? Okay. The final Saturday, we did not know it was the final show. I found out in the middle of the show. Apparently, the producer told our piano player 10 minutes before showtime that it was going to get canceled. Messy Karen move. My friend sitting behind them heard that information. Then the piano player told me in the middle of the show when we were backstage waiting for the bathroom. I told the rest of the cast, and we performed the second half of the final show knowing they were going to fire us. Okay, so the aftermath. I have been so hangry. Whoa. I guess I'm hungry, dude. Freudian slip. Woo! Okay. Oh, thanks, dude. I'm gonna hit you up after. I don't feel like it right now. Kind of in the middle of this whole thing. But thanks, I love you, bro. That's my girl. She's my coworker a lot with me and my cats. In that, like, we co-work, but we don't work at the same company. Okay. I have been so angry and so hurt by this experience for a full year at the time of writing this. I carried so much anger from not being heard for so long that it built up inside me. 2 months after getting fired, I got an email from the director blaming me for the show falling apart, again unable to take any personal responsibility. Little bitch ass. The same day I got his email, a polyp in my uterus that I did not know was there burst. That's some real shit. And you would be surprised how many women have polyps and such in their uteruses and such bursting. And a lot of it is related to rage. Something to think about. What are we doing to women? You know what I mean? I had to get surgery to get it removed, which cost me thousands of dollars. Too bad the body keeps the goddamn score. So over it with that, you know? Jesus. I wish that Hollywood guy would pay for my medical bills, considering he caused me this pain. I've finally been ready to move on, and then I saw the Hollywood guy promoting the release of his new film, Union. Twist, bitch, yeah. I got twists and turns up in here. A documentary about Amazon union busting. Woo! Now you're getting what a polyp burst. Yes, the irony is so rich it hurts. I saw articles about how he is a working class hero, and my blood boiled. That's what drove me to create this zine. Hollywood guy was so worried when I said non-union in my monologue because he knew he was producing this documentary, coming out merely months later. It would make him look bad if everybody knew he was a union buster. And that's the comic. It's a giant rat, and then I'm kind of like, what's up? And then it's, he's the rat. Okay, we're gonna finish it here. I don't want to get blacklisted, which, you know, that happens if you, like, speak up about this shit. That kind of doesn't matter because the industry's not really working in my favor anymore anyways, considering all the racism and the lack of jobs and such. I don't want to get blacklisted. I still dream of making art and getting cool jobs and getting funding to make my own movies one day. I don't want to get sued by Hollywood guy. I don't want future production companies to think I'm a snitch. All I'm saying is treat people that work for you right. If you do that, then I won't have to write a zine about it. Thank you guys. Oh, thank you so much. Feels really good to say that shit! Woo! God damn, I love you guys. I really needed this. Thank you so much. My uterus is healing. It is all healed up, but I am on my period tonight, and that's how you know divas stay diva-ing. I know. All right, so we're at the final moments of the show, actually. And what I'm going to do is, my zine, it ends on a transmutation spell. Y'all ever heard of this? Basically, it's a spell you can use, like, whenever anything negative happens, you can transmute it into actually being something positive and cool. Magic is so cool! Okay, so what I was thinking we could do is we could all do the spell, and that's why my magic wand's here. You guys are like, when's that gonna happen? You know? So what I think we're gonna do is we're gonna say it together, and I'd like everybody to repeat after me, and then that's gonna be the show. Okay. So usually with your wand you go, all the magic will be in this circle of trust. Boop. Okay, so now I'd like everybody to repeat after me. Now that I took my broken heart and made it into art.
Now that I took my broken heart and made it into art.
It's time to let it go.
It's time to let it go.
I release the pain, the rage, and the sorrow.
I release the pain, the rage, and the sorrow.
To compost back into earth.
To compost back into earth.
From this point forward.
From this point forward.
I will never take a shitty non-union gig.
I will never take a shitty non-union gig.
I invite jobs that create.
I invite jobs that create.
Abundance, collaboration, and liberation.
Abundance, collaboration, and liberation.
And now we're going to say, and so it shall be 3 times together. And so it shall be, and so it shall be, and so it shall be. Thank you guys so much! We fucking did it! Wow! Thank you so much. I love you guys. There's a show after this. We have to get out of here. Meet me upstairs, and I'll tell you who the guy is. Okay, bye!